Milik, Depay, Milik, Depay, Milik, Depay, Milik. Looks like we are speaking about what happened during Sampdoria, Juve between Bremer, Rugani, Bremer, Rugani. But this time we are speaking about calcio mercato because Juventus, they have to take a decision, and it looks like we have to take the decision even today on Wednesday. A decision has to be taken for the mercato to understand who will be there. Will it be a vice Vlahovic, a player that will be on the bench, and we are speaking about Arkadiusz Milik, or are we speaking about the player that can be, yes, on the bench, but also replace some players offensively being in tandem, in duo with Dusan Vlahovic, and we are speaking about the Dutchman Memphis Depay. This is what we will talk about in that video. Not only that, giving you an update for the big game that is coming, and we are speaking about Juventus versus Roma in our home, Allegri versus Mourinho, but also the welcome back in the Allianz Stadium of Paulo Dybala, ex-Juve player that was there for 7 seasons. This time, unfortunately, after the draw of Sampdoria, we will have 4 points, and we will try to chase and recuperate some points on Roma that is at the moment with 6 points. Not only Juve Roma, but also speaking about the injury update and some other decision that has to be taken in our midfield, where at today we are with too many players. After you putting a maximum of like, after subscribing to the channel, and I'm watching, hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully I'm trying to convince you that this channel is really made for you if you are a Juventino. We start with the Italian front pages to understand what they are saying about our beloved Juventus. Tutto Sport is for once not speaking about calcio mercato on their front page, but they are speaking about Allegri. They are saying pensieri poco Allegri. Not that happy thoughts. Why? Because after the draw versus Sampdoria, not only the supporters, the tifosi, are frustrated and angry and probably even more worried than all the other supporters in Italy, but also management and technical staff. A lot of things were not going really well, and we all saw them versus Sampdoria, where we were able to do 0-0, but we were all expecting a win. So everyone is thinking to find a solution as fast as possible for the game versus Roma, where we know it, we will not have Di Maria, we will not have Pogba, maybe potentially Szczesny. Will he make the difference with the beautiful Perin that we saw in the 2 first games? We don't know. Let's speak about that in a second. We continue with the papers with Gazzetta dello Sport, the pink Italian paper that is actually speaking about Juventus a little bit after Leao, the Portuguese player that a lot of clubs are on him. Also in these last days of the mercato, Milan, magari, hopefully, if only we had Leao. No, Milan is saying 150 million or nothing. Leao non si tocca. You don't touch Leao. Juve, they have the picture of Milik, and they are saying Depay or Milik. It will be a sprint. Especially today, we will have more news about who will be the new Juve player offensively. Corriere dello Sport, they are not giving doubts to the people that are reading the papers, because they are saying Milik, it was destiny. It was destiny that Milik would have been a player one day of Juventus. Depay cost too much. Juventus is choosing for the player from Poland as vice Vlahovic. This is how Corriere dello Sport is speaking, and the narrative of them about the 2 strikers. Corriere is sure that it will be Milik, but attenzione, we are not giving up. Like Tutto Sport is saying, Milik Juve is that close, but before closing the deal and making sure that everyone is signing the papers, they will try again. A last tentative to sign Depay with an offer. Dusan, there will be someone with you, next to you, on the bench for you, whatever, there will be someone. We just have to take a final decision. Diario Sport, Spanish paper, is reporting the fact that Juventus will present today an offer for the Dutchman, a last definitive offer, take it or leave it. Massimiliano Allegri is pushing, is asking to the management a last effort financially to put a bit more money into that offer. I know, and we know it all, that the rumors are saying that from the 5 million that Juventus offered the first time, Memphis Depay was going towards the 8.5. That would actually mean that he will earn even more than Dusan Vlahovic. Juventus said no. They will try to offer a new creative offer, but it will be the last one. Take it or leave it. Double page in Gazzetta dello Sport about Milik and Depay again. It's the hot topic of the moment. Depay is asking always too much money, and Milik is now the favorite player to come to Juventus. Juventus has a big choice to make, and they will make it today. Max, che fai? Massimiliano, what are you doing? Stop speaking about these two players, but now we are going towards Juve-Roma, first big game of Juventus in that Serie A. Now that Bonucci is ready to start again, is he at 100%? We don't know. We are waiting for a final decision of the medical staff, if we can trust them, but Bonucci really wants to be present versus Roma. But attenzione, because there is a name that is growing as a starter in that beautiful 11, or actually to make that 11 a bit more beautiful than the one that we saw versus Sampdoria. We are speaking about our young boy Fabio Miretti, that last year played in under 19, under 23, and started a few games in the last part of the season. Now he could eventually be the starter in a big game that we have to win. Attenzione, last rumors are saying, before going back to the field, that the agents, the entourage, or Milik, they are traveling at the moment, as I am recording, to Torino to speak a last time with Juventus. We have to pay attention. Apparently Juventus already found the agreement with Marseille with 2 million for a loan and then an obligation to buy at 8 million. Now they have to speak with the entourage or Milik. I tell you, everyone is telling us a lot of information. Milik, Depay, Milik, Depay, as I started the video with. But now speaking about the other ones, I just spoke about Miretti. Miretti has really high chances to remain at Juventus. And now we have to take a decision also on Rovella. Rovella that impressed the most in the preseason, but also when he was playing at Genoa, and also in the last minutes that he was playing versus Sampdoria. Will he remain or not? Big decisions for Juventus to take, and I believe it will depend a lot from Paredes, that we will speak about in a second. But most importantly, Juventus, without their instant players, and we are speaking about Pogba, Di Maria, that should have changed immediately the face of Juve and changing what we were doing in 21-22. These players are absent, still absent. So Juventus will have to do it through a game of football that we were not able to see versus Sampdoria. Partially we were able to see versus Sassuolo after that first goal of Di Maria, and that's where we are going towards Paredes, because Paredes could offer Juventus what they are needing in that regista role, the one that was missing in Sampdoria, because Locatelli was not able to do it really well. Juventus is not giving up, Paredes is not giving up. It's true that Mourinho specifically asked for Paredes instead of the injured Wijnaldum. Let's see if that will happen or not, but according to the rumors, Paredes has as a priority Juventus to join his big friends Angel Di Maria, but also to play Champions League and to start again, to believe and to be on the field as a starting 11. I told you about Rovella and Miretti and Paredes. We are too much, so Fagioli could go on loan to have and find some playing time, could go to his ex-team Cremonese, but there are also Sampdoria and Empoli on the player. One thing is nearly sure, Fagioli would probably not be in the 22-23 team and maybe coming back next season. We spoke about some injuries. Di Maria will not be present versus Roma. Looks like he will try to be ready for the first game of Champions League. Champions League that tomorrow there will be the draw. You know that Juventus is in the second spot. In the second pot, they can't play versus Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Leipzig, and Tottenham, and also not versus the Italian ones. I made a game, funny game, a simulation where Juventus is in Group D versus Frankfurt, Shakhtar, and Club Brugge. Tell me where I have to sign, because I would love to have that group. For the people that didn't understand me because I was really fast, these are not the official groups, but it's just a simulation, and I like it. I prefer that one than other things. We finish with the last news. The third shirt. Looks like we have high definition images reported by our friend that is also in our Telegram group, Andar Sofyan. The shirt is there. We already spoke about it, but look at the high definition without these kind of blueprints and so on. Looks not bad. I'm curious when it will be out, hopefully really fast. They also made a sweater of it, dark blue, with also the pink that is coming on the collar. And then you also have the ball inspired by that third shirt color. And then the last news about the World Cup, Bremer is under observation to go and to join possibly the Brazilian team, to go and to join them in Qatar. This is the best that we are wishing for our Brazilian new defender. This was it for me. I hope you enjoyed 10 minutes of video. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Grazie, forza, Juve.